quagmires, predicaments, can of worms, incidents, entanglements. We all have them in our relationships, in our life, with ourselves, with our spouses, with our kids, with our business. They're never fun and always a challenge. Yeah. Our guest expert today, Dr. Candice Smithyman, she's over there. She's going to be covering her top 3 and how to navigate them. And you're going to want to hang around and listen to this episode because we're going to be covering those things today on the Erin Strayer Show, which is where you're at. Oh my gosh, if you guys didn't know you were here, that's where you're at. This is where we uplift and leverage amazing female entrepreneurs who are out there doing things just a little bit differently. Oh my gosh, we talk about hot topics and pain points, and we provide workarounds to the challenges that we face daily. My name's Erin Strayer. I'm an accelerated business strategist, growth consultant, and interventionist for female entrepreneurs that are recovering corporates, and we try to get you out there and leverage you in your business so that you can go make money and be amazingness that you are. Yeah. Hello, Candice.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't wait to start talking about this lady, but we got a couple of rules here, right? So you guys all know, say hi, let us know that you're here, share this video out, and absolutely ask questions as we go along here because this is going to be amazing information. This kicks off the summer of self-love, you guys. Summer of self-love. Our whole next series is all about that, and I cannot wait to bring that forward for you today with Dr. Candice Smithyman. Oh, all right. I got to take a breath before I talk about you. Let me just tell you guys, it was really hard to pick things about Dr. Candice off of her 3-page of bio. Holy cow. So she is a transformational life coach. She is a TV and radio personality. She's an author. She's the founder and vice president of Dream Mentors Life Coaching Institute. She's the host of Glory Road TV show. She is a featured writer. She's an adjunct faculty professor. She holds 2 doctorates, 2 masters, and a business degree in administration. She's been featured in multiple magazines, podcasts, articles, magazines, newspaper articles worldwide. This lady knows her stuff. I'm super excited to have her on with us today, and we're going to be talking about entanglements, which is her word for all of these incidences that come up in our life. Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good. I am happy to be here today and share with your audience. This is so exciting. Enough self-love. We're going to teach some people how to love themselves and just get filled up so they can give out to other people, and how to stay away from the things that rob you of being filled up.
Oh my gosh. And they come up all the time, don't they? Those things that just rob us of our self-care, our self-love, our love of ourselves, our love of life, right?
That's right. That's right. They're right out there, and they're ready to grab you and suck the life out of you. And so I hope today we're going to have the opportunity to teach some people how to get to that place of overflowing and how to watch for where the enemy wants to come and attack and remove from us the things that God wants us to possess and be full of, and be able to take our businesses and our relationships to next levels.
Yeah, it's going to be so amazing. I can't wait to see what you're going to be covering today. I know you're going to be talking about identifying them, what that looks like, and navigating them, overcoming them, supporting them. Oh my gosh. Carrie Ander, you're one of my favorite people. Yay! Thank you so much for being here live. I'm glad that you're here with us. So you guys, again, you know how it works. Let us know if we run across anything that you want questions with. And also, if you guys want reminders to the Erin Strayer Show, just comment live in the reminders. We'll give you a little heads up before we're live. So these, I love your word for this, the word entanglement. What does that word mean for you? Like just that word.
Well, an entanglement is something that we're not supposed to be messing in because we already have it. And so the voices that we hear and the things that come at us are there to trick us that we need to play in some of these areas, but we really already have everything that these entanglements are trying to tell us. They're people, positions, just different opportunities that are saying, no, if you come over here, you're going to get what you need when you really have everything you need. And so there's a trick behind them. So we get entangled because we begin to wrap ourselves up in things that are not going to take us to those next levels and those next places of promotion that we want to personally go, not only personally, but in our relationships, in our business. And so we need to identify them. We need to get on some wise eyes and be able to recognize, hey, I don't really need to go over there. See, not everything that comes at you is an opportunity, and a really good opportunity. See, the best and the good are not the same thing. Something may look good, but it may not be the best for you. And so you have to train your eyes, you have to train your mind, your will, and your emotions to be able to sense what's really come to suck the life out of you instead of become a part of who you are to take you to those next levels.
Oh my gosh, you guys, she's dropping them already left and right. Hashtag gold nugget. If you hear something that just lands for you, that's like blowing your mind, like I couldn't grab my pencil fast enough. So let us know when you hear something that she says, because she just said like 6 of them, and I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this. But that's so true how we, your wise eyes, that was a huge one for me. Those words right there, wise eyes. So often I feel that I can't see that within myself. Like I can't see that I've gotten all wrapped up in something that probably is none of my business. I have no business being out there, competing with the Smiths or hanging out doing what she's doing because it's working for her, or, in that compare-itis mode of our online entrepreneurs that we all get stuck in, right? Like those wise eyes, like, how do we turn it around and look at that? Like,
well, you have to know, you have to be confident in who you are and the sphere of influence that you've been positioned in. And so when you become confident with that, then you're going to recognize when the enemy, and I say enemy as in distractions, anything that's getting you off your path, is trying to do just that, get you off the proper path and position that you have been ordained to be in.
Yeah.
We talk in the business world about branding, okay? So like you have a certain brand. Aaron Strayer has a brand, and people that come on and want to see what Aaron has to say, they're a certain avatar, a certain type of person is attracted to the words that are coming out of your mouth. So you're on this planet for a reason to deposit into those people that come into your stream. But you're different than the next person. And so when people are coming into your stream, they need to identify with completely who you are. But when we begin to start to compare ourselves with others, or when we begin to start to say, well, I don't have enough of this, or I don't have enough of that, then we open ourselves up to distraction that we need to come over here and be like this person, or say what this person is saying, or do what this person is doing. All the while, we leave our plan and purpose and destiny that God has for us because we're making the greatest deposit. And so we have to train our eyes to say, well, no. I know she looks good. I know he looks good. I know that they're bringing in lots of money with this, or they're being blessed by this, but I need to stay on my path, and I need to stay on the reason that I was put on this earth and what I'm supposed to do. Of course, I'm talking a lot from spiritual sense. Well, for me, it's my relationship with the Lord that keeps me into place, okay? And so I realize other people that are watching the show, you may draw your source from other means, okay? But my source is Jesus Christ, okay? So when I talk from the power that I have in that relationship. And so in that relationship, I know that he says, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, give you hope in the future. And that's Jeremiah 29:11. So when he says that to me, and he speaks that to my heart through his word, I know, wait, he's got a plan for me, and it's different than his plan for Aaron. It's different than his plan for somebody else. And if he has this plan for me, I'm going to see the greatest blessings, and I'm going to experience the fullness of who I am if I'll stay in that plan and not get distracted. Go over here where I got this little rabbit saying, no, come over here and take a bite of this and take a bite of this and take a bite of this. All the while, I start messing around over there, and I lose the whole reason why I'm supposed to be in this lane. And it's for other people that I'm in.
So would you say your first one is distractions?
Yes, distraction is a definite entanglement. It's a huge entanglement. But now it actually goes deeper than that, Erin, okay? So like distraction is a really good word for a realm that encounters these three things. Is it okay if I just list the top?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the three main entanglements are our need for provision, protection, and acceptance. Okay?
Say that one more time. Provision,
protection, and acceptance. Everything in our life, okay, and at the end of the show, I'm going to give everybody a test so they can leave and they can do this test, and then they can come back and write in the comments later when they watch the replays again or whatever. Those three things evolve in all of humanity. Everyone in humanity has those three needs. You cannot get away from it, okay? So it's a core of our being. We need provision, we need protection, and we need acceptance, okay? In that also falls love, security. It gets wrapped up into those three words. So we call them PPA in my organization called Dream Mentors, which is my biblical life coaching organization. We call them PPA issues. We'll say, oh, that person's just got PPA issues, which means they're getting totally distracted with their needs for provision, their needs for protection, their needs for acceptance, and they're being drawn away from the real plan and purpose that they have been put on this earth for, because those needs are becoming primary. Now, isn't that cool? Right there.
So good. Yeah, Joy says you're preaching. She's like, do it.
Nice, thank you. I can't
stop in this conversation. You're right up her alley. Yes, yes, yes. Keep going.
Amen. So with those three things, the way we reduce the power that they have in our life, they're very powerful needs that we have. And we literally have them from the fall of man. You can't change that. This is an earthly human nature thing. Okay. And so since everybody deals with them, and this is where it falls in line with business, and your show reaches out to business entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs everywhere. When we understand how people think and what they're attracted to, they're attracted, and of course advertising and marketing knows this, to anything that's going to meet people's needs for provision, protection, and acceptance. Because, so everybody can get hooked in those three areas. It doesn't matter what it is. So we have to know our weaknesses. And we, on the receiving end of all this marketing, is that we need those three things, okay? So what we have to do is we have to change our mind to understand that we have those three things and the fullness in all of them in our relationship that we have with the Lord, or, if you're dealing with your other sources, whatever those sources are, everybody has a source to fill them up, okay? So what you're, okay? So my source for me is that my relationship with the Lord fills me up to that place. So then my wise eyes come on, because if you're going to try and entangle me with provision, protection, and acceptance, guess what? I'm smarter than you, because I already have them. So I'm not going to fall into your trap of trying to drag me over here, because I already have that. Now I can think clearly, and I can speak clearly now, because I already have what I need. But if you try and tell me that I don't have what I need, then I've got to get what you have. So this is how people even are drawn into business, are drawn into relationships. I mean, you always hear about the people that get wrapped up with folks that they wish they were never wrapped up with to begin with. Well, if you look back when they got wrapped up with them, before they knew who they were, they got wrapped up with them because one of those people in their life met their need for provision, protection, acceptance, and now they're all entangled with them, and they don't know how to get out because they didn't enter the relationship already being full. See, when we enter relationships already being full, we can be givers instead of getters. You can't give to anybody unless you've received enough to pass on. Yeah. I'm going to stop right there.
Yeah, I know. Just go. I can't even keep up with the comments. I'm like, she's awesome, you guys. We're just going to keep. Hi, Victoria. Thanks for hopping on. Definitely, you guys, I'm just going to loop back around and make sure that you drop a little hashtag gold nugget when you hear it. Make sure you drop it in the comments that you're picking up what she's laying down, because this PPA, I love how she's got it set up and how it's rolling forward. And believe me, Coriander, we're gonna let you know where to find her when we're done here. We'll make her drop her links in. Where do we find Candice? We'll let you know. So, hey guys, thanks for hopping on. We're really glad that you're here. So, PPA, everybody has it. Everybody needs it. They're the top three focus. If you guys don't know what that is, go back and start from the beginning. If you're just hopping on, we'll let you watch that replay of that and figure out what PPA is. So step one, how do I identify them?
You identify
them. Yeah.
It's really good. Okay. So you identify the fact first, you confess, I have needs for these things. Okay. Like that's your first mental awareness. Wow.
Sure.
Like I'm walking through life and I had no idea that this is what motivates me every day and has since the day I popped out of my mom. I have been triggered to receive these things from day one. So first you put on the fact that, whoa, I'm getting wise right now watching this program because I'm realizing I struggle in all these areas, and every decision I have ever made in my life has been based on these three things. Something has driven me to get these three things. And so many times it's like this war on the inside of us. And even as we're going forward and you see yourself progressing, there's still a war for more. Well, what is the war for more for? It's the more need, getting more of my need met for provision. I need more provision. I need more protection. I need more people to love me. I need more acceptance. And so we get driven more and more. So your first thing is to recognize, wow, I now have self-discovery. I now have self-awareness. This is what makes me tick. Okay. So it's identification first off. Then we begin to look at the things in our life and identify which one of those things. And let me tell you, you'll recognize identification when there's frustration. Anywhere in your life that you're frustrated because one of these three needs is not being met. Okay. So you look at yourself and you say, man, I am really frustrated because I cannot get 10 more likes on my Facebook page no matter what I do.
Right.
I mean, what is wrong with me? Why can't I get 10 more likes? Okay, I'm not talking about myself, but I'm just saying overall.
And when can I hit 1,000? When can I hit 2,000? When can I hit? How come I can't hit that next number? Right? We're so attached.
We are attached. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I'm just going to say one little byline here. Attachment. Okay, and this is a quote that God gave me years ago. Attachment to God. Okay, or your source. Okay, and I say God is source. Okay, attachment to God is freedom from everything else. What that means is when you attach properly, okay, when you make proper attachment, then you're free from your need of provision, protection, and acceptance. No longer are you ruled by the world's desires to pull you into that realm. And that's what 1 John chapter 2, verses 15 through 17 tells us, that all three things in the world are indeed that: provision, protection, acceptance. You got to read it yourself. It's in the Bible, 1 John chapter 2, 15 through 17. They're all wrapped up in those three things. It's the same three things that got Adam and Eve in the garden. The exact same three things. Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. Same three things. They keep coming up. Same three things that Jesus, when he walked the earth in Luke chapter 4, he was tempted in. What? Those three things. Later, he told the disciples or anybody else, if you want to follow me, you got to overcome these three things. Strategic.
Yeah. So now we've identified them. We know we're attached to them. How do we deal with them?
How do we deal with them? Okay. This is where you've got to focus on your source. Okay. And this is where we bring it into this. We're kicking off self-love here. Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot love yourself and believe that you have all that you need until you know how much the source loves you and how much that can happen.
Put it in there, people.
If you're not sure that the source really loves you, you got a blockade right here. Because source is saying, I love you so much. Inside saying, I have so much need. But the two have got to marry and come to the place of agreement of saying, I have all I need. Therefore I am. Therefore I can do. Therefore I be and I can do. And so these things, it doesn't matter because they don't rule me nor make me. I'm here to make a contribution to the world. I'm here to give. I'm not here to get. I have my need met. My need has been met in my source.
No! So good! It's so good. So one we have to deal, that's it. Just one thing to deal with it. We have to know that source loves us. Whatever your source is, whatever your higher power is, absolutely 100% loves you. Amen. That's it. End of story.
That's pretty much the story. Now, then we have to work the truth. You have to work the truth because the mind, the will, and the emotions are programmed to believe that you have lack and that you don't love yourself. See, that was the fall of man. Our humanity, it lives in a state of lack. Even though you're not really in it, still the soul cries out for need. So come to that place of saying, no, wait, soul, you need to be trained. This is why I'm a transformational life coach, is because I'm an expert in spirit, soul, and body, tripart being, and how all of those function. And so the soul, the mind, the will, and the emotions has to be trained to understand that love is there. Love exists through Jesus' love for us, through the Father's love for us, through the Holy Spirit's love for us. His love exists, and so therefore empowers us now and changes our mind to believe we can be lovers now of self and lovers of others. You cannot love another person till you love yourself, and you can't love yourself till you know you're loved.
Okay, so Carinder, he says, I always love someone else, but not me. Okay, so she just said, you cannot love someone else until you love yourself. So let's go there for a second, Candice.
Okay, I would say...
No, do you want to loop back around to this person when you're done?
No, go right there. Carinder, I love the fact that you confess that. You know what that tells me? That tells me that you're believing that you love other people. And that's a good thing. Okay, I want you to believe that, and you should believe that. But I need to say to you, I need you to rethink through this. If you're able to love others, you do have a source. So what's your source? Maybe you'll comment below what your source is. But you've come to a place of your own peace and knowledge and knowing that you're okay with you. How did you establish that? How did you establish that? What is your source? Who is your source? Because if you say you can love other people, then I say you have a source. And that source is telling you that you are indeed loved, and you're embracing that, and now you're able to give to other people. Because
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. There might be parts of you that you don't care for.
That's right, yeah.
Or behaviors that you don't like. Like and love are two different things. I go over this with my 12-year-old all the time, right? Like, there are behaviors that I don't like. I don't love you any less.
That's good.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted to throw that little in there. So, and Heather's like, I've just recently learned this. I looked for love from others before myself. So many of us do, Heather. That's kind of, unfortunately, kind of the mind debacle that a lot of us grow up with. And we can't give until we love ourselves. We cannot fully love another. In my world. Yeah, it goes back to another way to look at it. I don't mean to take your time, Candice, because it's valuable what you're laying down. It's like the bank, right? Like, let's put it into money, right? You cannot continue to take withdrawals from the bank unless you make a deposit. In other words, you cannot give of yourself until you deposit something back to yourself. What are we talking about? Self-love. You cannot continue to give and give and give and give until you give back to yourself, because your cup's empty. Your bank account's empty.
That's right. Got to fill that bank up.
Fill your bank.
I'll just share this with the viewers. I met my husband when I graduated from college for the very first time, and I flew out to Hawaii, and he was there as a young ensign in the Navy. And I was not walking with God during that time at all. Okay, I was I was a total heathen, looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay? I mean, because I needed love. When I was a little girl, I lost my father when he was 9 years old. He died. Okay, so for my life, I was searching for someone to love me the way the Father would love me.
Mm-hmm.
Other men in a wrong way. In order for me to hear me, I needed to get acceptance. I needed to get love. So I made poor choices in my life, even when I met my husband, because he and I tell the story. We met and we were in lust. We were not in love. Love, just like you said, there's a difference between love and light. There's a difference between love and lust.
Amen.
Because lust feeds a need.
Right.
Pornography feeds a need, right? People that are looking at pornography or doing other things, if you're a drug addict, it meets a need of yours, whatever that is. Because everything we do, whether it's good behavior or bad behavior, meets one of those three needs. So I was looking for love in all the wrong places. It was only until the Lord healed me completely. I had an encounter with God. I was completely healed of depression, anxiety, Crohn's disease. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And the Holy Spirit hit me in an encounter one night. I woke up the next day. I had no more pain in my life. And as a result, I got attachment to the one that brought me on the earth to love me and love me alone. And I never knew that kind of love, even as a child growing up, because I walked away from the church because I was mad at the church because my dad died when I was a little girl. And then I looked for love in all of
that, right? Like, how many of the rest of us have that? I'm done. I'm walking away. This isn't for me anymore. Whatever that is, whatever your belief system is, whatever your higher power is, whatever your creator is, I guarantee you there's been an episode, like Candice just mentioned, that's happened to you. I know, I'm right there. Like, nope, I'm done. This isn't working for me. No part about this is working for me. Yeah. So, yeah, Victoria, been there, mad because my dad died. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But you have a father that loves you. And all you have to do is open up your heart and say, this is what I said to the Father. I said, I'm mad at you. God, I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. Why is my father gone? And now I engage in activities I should not engage in. I'm with men I shouldn't be with. Why? Because I have a gap and a void in my life. So Victoria, I just want you to say, just confess it to God. Lord, I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. I need you to be my source and you're not, because I had a loss in my life and I filled it with everything that's not you, and I need you to fill me. And he will do it. He will do it.
Here's the thing, those things that you chose to continue to fill it with, the bad choices, the bad men, the bad, whatever those bad choices are, God knows I made a whole lot of them. Yes. Right? You're still empty.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, because we don't got time for that.
I don't need you to come over here and do it this way. This will fill your need. You can never get your need filled that way.
Yeah. Karen Darrow is like, so Aaron and Candice, let me ask what love is all about. Is that a whole nother show, Candice?
Oh, that's a whole other show. But I will attempt to answer it in one sentence. Love is sacrifice. A sacrifice that Jesus Christ made for you when you were not living right. When you were in need, he sacrificed. So love is a sacrifice. Love died on a tree. Love went to all ends of the earth for you. That's love. And that should be the love we should have one for another. True love is one that dies for another person. That's love.
So putting that towards self-love also, we should treat ourselves the same way.
Yes.
Yeah. I know we are fastly coming down on our time here, Candice. We didn't even cover the rest of it. And we could talk for another 30 minutes and probably still have people hanging out with us. But we totally want to respect our time, your time. Folks, we have loved you hanging out with us here today. And I know you want more of her because there's a bazillion comments that I didn't even see 90% of them. We will loop back around and attend to those comments. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Candice, where do people find you?
Yes.
Where do you want people to come hang out with you? Do you have a group? Do you have, I know you have a show because you and I connected through the live streamers platform called Be Live that we both are members of. So that's where we connected. Yeah.
Yes. And listen, I want to get to know all of you on there. And I know Aaron does too. Both of us do, because we really love and care for people. And if you want to talk to both Aaron and I at any time about what we're bringing up here, please do, because both of us are women who are called to empower others, men and women. I have a whole slew of men that follow after our ministry. It's because they want to learn too how to love themselves and how to love their wives and how to love in their right relationships. But you can find me at Candice Smithyman.com. I have my websites there. You can also subscribe to me on YouTube, Candice Smithyman. You can go to dreammentors.org. That's our biblical life coaching organization.
Can you drop the links in here when we're done? Yeah. Just so they can just have a quick click and they can go and find you. You guys, we will make sure that all of her links, every single place that you can find her, because she's international and everywhere. Syndicated. She's everywhere. Yeah, and Karen there said he needs a new show. So awesome. We'll get those for you. Yeah, men need this.
Amen. Amen.
Men need this. They're very hard on themselves. I agree 100%, Victoria, 100%. We all need it. We all need it. Yeah. And Lynn loves our energy. It's super contagious.
Thank you, Lynn.
We love you being here with us, Lynn. Yeah. So last words. Last words, Candice, before we hop off of here.
Yes. Here's my last word to you. You can overcome every entanglement in your life when you find your source. I can lead you to Jesus Christ as your source. Aaron can lead you also to him as your source. We stand together. We want to help you. Come and reach out to me. I have a prophetic ministry too, and I'd love to share with you now words for today and what is happening in the world today at any time. So connect with me. It was a pleasure being with all of you today. And I'm going to have Aaron on my show July 10th. So make sure you go to my Facebook page, Candice Smithyman or Candice Smith, because you can watch Aaron. We're going to flip the tables, and I'm going to interview Aaron. So there you go.
It's going to be super fun, you guys. This is how the collaborative works also, right? This is what the power of the collaborative looks like all across the board. So reaching out, making the connections, expanding your circle, pouring it out, receiving it back. That's what this is all about, you guys. I'm just telling you, this has been the kickoff for the Summer of Self-Love. This is the Aaron Strayer Show. Again, this is where we uplift and leverage amazing female entrepreneurs from all over the world that are out there doing things just a little bit differently. If this interests you, I'd love to talk to you. I always love talking to amazing people that are doing things differently. You want to be on my show? Reach out. We'll have that conversation. You guys, thank you so much. Candice, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Stick with me for just a little bit. Everybody else, if you're live, thank you so much. If you're watching the replay, please let us know that you were here for the replay, and we'll see you right back here soon. Take care, everybody.